Aeronautical Engineering and PSN College of Engineering and Technology. Today I am going to present a topic on drone technology. Drone have become an important technology in many fields such as agriculture, photographic, defense and surveillance and disaster management and package delivery. In this presentation, we will understand the fundamental of drone, their working principle, the types, application, hardware and components. These are the content we are going to, I am going to explain. First we will learn what is UAV or drone. The same UAV means unmanned aerial vehicle. It's without pilot, without human pilot, they are operating via using the drone. And then we will discuss about the history, early concept of drone. After that we will study of aerodynamics principles and how the drone will fly. Next we will understand the mechanism of the drone, following different types of drone in our generation. So we will go through the topics in this presentation and we will discuss about the applications also, design, control systems and hardware, software, and we will see about the drone technology. And what is UAV? That UAV is standard unmanned aerial vehicle. Okay, it is a common known as drone. Unmanned aerial vehicle, drone. It is same, but we are calling drone. Unlike conventional craft, the drone do not require a pilot inside the aircraft. They are controlled remotely or data transmit. If you give the data to the system, they will pass through the drone. They will work like that. And otherwise, we are controlling remote control. We can remotely operate the system and automatically using the why we are using for drone means GPS, and we are need to collecting the data from the surveying, and we can't go the mountain inside the cave. So we need to research purpose we are using for also drone. They are used now recently using for drone every field, and they are used in military operation, agriculture, mapping, surveying, infrastructure inspection and photography and many other industries. We are now using drone. And see the slide and yearly concept. When we are starting to use the drone means more than 100 years before they are start to create the drone. How they will get the idea from the kite? How we are operating the kite? We are using the thread to control the kite. That same thing, and their generation will improve. They are creating or we are getting material to use drone. And during the World War time too, now also we are using the drone. During World War I and II, and engineers are experimented with radio controlled aircraft with advancement in electronics, batteries, GPS and communication technology. Drone smaller and smarter and intelligent. Coming the drones, they are using the AI, artificial intelligence. They are analyzing data that they are creating their own idea about the drone. The aerodynamics principle. Next we are using for aerodynamics principle. What the drone flight is based 4 fundamental aerodynamic forces, and we are using for the Newton motion law, and while the airport the Bernoulli principle equation. You can see read the PDF. We are using the 2 type of law, the based on Newton motion law and Bernoulli principle we are following, and 4 type of we are using the 4 basic aerodynamic force. First one, lift. Lift is upward force produced by rotating propeller. The drone have the propeller, propeller rotating them, it's creating for force. The force is upward force. And second one, weight. The with opposite force is weight. Weight is not another thing, it's download force. Download force caused by gravity. We are in Earth because of the gravity. The gravitational force we are produced by the gravitational field, that downward force. And thrust is forward to up. Thrust is forward or upward force generated by the motors and propellers. and drag is air resistant that oppose the movement of the drone. For stable the flight, the lift must be equal to the greater than weight, because we need to hover the drone. So that's why we are using propeller for balancing the stable. We need to the drone is stable in the air. We are using the balancing weight. The overweight means the drone cannot fly. It will pull in downward for the earth. They use the Newton motion law for move through the air. I explained before Newton's law of motion and penetration. By making in the air move the fast through the spin. We have the propeller, okay. That air is flow through the propeller spins. It creating the upward force and forward. That means thrust. Forward force is thrust. That forward force created means using propellers and motors. And the fourth force is drag. The drag is opposes the movement of the drone. It's the opposite. Lift opposite, the drag force is downward the drone. You can see the diagram that how the thrust is produced, the downward force of the airflow. And you can see the penalty equation of motion of law. The lift is created in the component of the propulsion force of the drag is pushward, the downward force of the drone. And the working condition means you can see the drone, you can see the satellite and the remote control and the transmitter. We have two different location means we need the target fixed means how the drone will be attacked in the places. The drone consists of several important components inside the drone. Okay, the battery supplies the electric power to the motor. The flight control acts as the brain of the drone. The process all the control signal will be transmitted to the drone. The electronic and speed control regulate the speed each of the motor. The motor have the different type of speed. So we need to control the motor or the speed also. And sensors such as gyroscope and the inside the sensor. What are the sensors we know is gyroscope, accelerometer and GPS continuously monitoring the drone positioning and oriented the command using the remote controller. Types of drone. We have so many types of drone in the drone. Okay, what are the types? Means multi-rotor. We are using the so many purposes like a military and farming and surveying. We can't use your single aircraft to all purposes. So we need to generate the different types like multi-rotor. Example, see multi-rotor train. It's used a multi-propeller. We have tri and quad and octo. That we have the multi-rotor also different types. But multi-rotor train. And second one fixed wing drone. Fixed wing drone and single rotor train. But now we are going to see multi-rotor drone. It's used type of we are using not single, multiple types, more than 3 propeller using for the multi-rotor train. And its advantages and disadvantages means advantage means it can go easily anywhere and it will endurance long limited. If you are using means battery will be low because of less weight. Multi-rotor means we can flow in the high hover means it will low endurance compared than others, and this is one cheap but speed is limited. We can't use 24/7 hours. It's a limited time we are using, and this multi-rotor we are using for the photograph and weddings and small projects and small missions operations for using the multi-rotors. And in this 20 to 30 minutes so we can only lift the camera and a small size of sensors. We can't use for long endurance and long operations, military, heavy load. We can't use multi-rotor. And fixed wing. Fixed wing means drone have similar, but the wings can't move. It's fixed with the cabinet. Okay, and we are using the remote controller and data transmitted to use for fixed wing. The fixed wings have wings similar to conventional aircraft. They generate a lift forward through the motion, highly energy efficient. They are used long distance we need to go for long distance surveying and mapping and environmental monitoring. Like a disaster flood is coming, how long the flood will spreaded and how many people suffered. We need to survey, means we are using the fixed wing and military reanalysis also using. Its advantages means it will go very fast, but it not stable in single place. It is unable to cover in one single part. Okay, and it's a need a takeoff or landing is we need for runway. That's the only main disadvantage is we need runway. Other drone means it will horizontal takeoff and landing, but this fixed wings we need horizontal takeoff and landing. So we need for runway, but other than compare than this one. And rotor, single rotor means it's a similar to helicopter. We are also using the single aircraft, large rotor to generate the lift and to smaller tail for controlling, and for left or right it's controlling backward side also. Small size tail rotor. It maintained for stability. The back side tail rotor is for stability, but lift creating in the main single propeller. And they are more expensive. Comparison both is more expensive and need regular maintenance for these propellers. So it involve high operational risk because of their large rotational blade. You can see that can cover heavy payload. If we need to lift for long packages and deliveries, means it can military size military rockets and guns mean to supply for. You can use the single rotor drone, but maintenance is large and we need to pay for heavy price and cost is lost. And long endurance, we can refill and you can use and for long duration, but harder to fly. More the drone operating person need more training compared than this. That multi-rotor means we can kids also now will recently playing the multi-rotors, but single rotor we need to train for the particular drone. That's why we are, you can see the kids drone, and we are using for the wedding and functions we are using the drone, and high missions we are using toy grade, hobbyist and professional. We can see the difference between these drones. It's a multi-rotor drone, and price also the difference. If you are using, what is the purpose we are using for the drone, the price also difference compared to them. Battery life also difference. The kids now recently playing the toys, like the toy. There's a learning. Now they are using this kids type of drone, means the future they can control the advanced technology, they can understand the data also. Types of multi-rotors also the different types like bicopter, tricopter, quadcopter, hexacopter, octocopter, and they have also Y6 and Y8 also. Y6, Y8 means we are using upward also, downward also, like Y6, Y8. See what are the multi-rotors used for, means multi-rotor we are using now recreational, race, fun and kids play, and other than that aerial footage and film making. Now recently based on the entertainment using the 360 degrees they are capturing the film. We are using the same purpose. And surveillance, we need to survey in our we have the 10-20 acres in our village, means we need to survey. For advanced technology we can survey using the and multi-rotors. And delivery, recent days disaster, we can't go that particular places, but drone can deliver the packages and food and our necessary things. And hacking, different countries we need to hack their systems, we can't go directly, but small, now recent days drone also smaller size and nano size also in our industries. So we pass through the data through the small size of drone, means we can hack other countries some documents and how many people are roaming with guns, we can hack like that. And spy work also that multi-rotor can do. Why we are using the multi-rotor, means it's easy to transport and low cost, it's fast to launch, and it doesn't need for takeoff and landing, there no runway, it doesn't need. That main advantage, no one doesn't need runway. Categories of drone means we are going to design multi-rotor drone means how we design means numbers of propellers and size and range. Drone design totally focused for that we know 4, 6, 8 we have the multi-rotors. Our purpose, what is the purpose we are going to use for the drone? That means we can use, you can see nanotron, mini drone, regular stage drone and large stage. Nanotron means hacking, spying, we can use. Mini drone means small for purposes of surveying and data. We can fix the sensor and we can fix the data analyzer GPS, we can collect the data. And regular stage means the photographing and waiting function, and large drone means we can supply the large amount of payload. And very close range drone, short range. What is the purpose? If you are using for functions means we using for small haul, so we can cover the small area. If it's outside the forming means we are using for short, medium, mid ranges ranges we are covering. We need to for near state, near places, near village. We are controlling like that, and target for enemy camp target means we are using for large interrupts we need. So battery life also will be different based on the range. You can see the design. How this is the 4-side quadcopter that we are using the 4 propeller for controlling the drone. You can see use a battery, gear, and rotor and carbon fiber glasses and control circuit for brain. Control circuit means brain. Now we are using the Arduino and this and Pi Apple's design circuit we are using. Design totally focused to achieve lightweight construction and high strength and aerodynamics efficiency. The main structure into airframe. The airframe is using the iron means it will heavy weight. With the drone will lift it difficult. So based on what we are going to use the drone, we are designing also same thing. Engineer carefully designed for stability and flight time and payload capacity while minimizing the energy consumption. That battery life we need for our purpose, but 2 hours we are using the aircraft means the battery will be also using the same time. Battery now we reason it is lithium battery is long endurance and nickel battery is compared than lithium. Its nickel battery is heavy weight, heavy payload. And a control scheme, you can see the four propeller how we are operating. This is for lift, the 4 propellers work. The direction will be same. Okay, but it can see transmitter. The control system have to send to opposite side. Motor power release. It will be move the forward direction, right side direction. We are controlling the propeller and motors for direction stability and controls. And drone hardware means frame, propeller, batteries. I explained frame. We are using the high types of materials mean that frame will be weight overweighted. So we are using the lightweight frame, and propellers also what is the purpose we are using for the drone, that depends on the how many propellers we need to fix. And batteries also lithium batteries is weightless and compare than a nickel battery. So transmitter and electronic controller and motors and flight. The control system responds for maintenance the stable flight. It's consistent. The flight controller receives input. If you are giving the input, the pilot gives the input that how the drone will be operated, what is the mission, the speed and smoothness and stable. We need to operate everything using for the drone. The hardware main part. And the major of the drone hardware means its function that able to drone fly efficiency and asset. If you are giving the mission to the drone means the hardware is the main part. If you are giving the mission, what is the mission? If it's a cyclones, that time we need to take the surveillance means the drone will be stable hovering the air. It will give you the long endurance for our drone. If you lost the parts in any drone loses connections means we will lost the data, and we will lose also what is the purpose we assigned for the drone. It will be total was for and that particular mission, the failure of the losses. The flight control is pre-programmed. We give the already pre-programmed. A remote control means we can use it the low range access. But we give the pre-programmed to the drone means it will move for everywhere smoothly and long intervals. We collect the data accurately. We need data accurately. We irregularly we are spending the more cost to spend the assignments means we lost our data. And the control of the control is, I say, Arduino is the control of the main particular brain, because we need to transfer data is Arduino is recently using. Raspberry Pi means another type is a different type of software, and Arduino you can use the Python software to put the input to the drone. It will transfer the data and collect the data, what data we need from the drone place. It will collect accurately within time. And propeller, as I said, that depends on the function. What is the function we are using, what the operation we are using for the drone, that function depending the propeller we are using. And size of the frame, and small size, medium size, I said nano, micro, and normal size and large size. For mid frame size we are using for the cinematography and photography and weddings and industrial purposes. And large type means military assignments and launching for missiles. These are the using them. And sometimes we are fixing the cameras in the landing gear. Okay, so we need to fix the landing extra frame. Comparison so normal purpose too. We are fixing the extra frame on the structure. And the motor and battery and ESC to control choose depends on the weight. As I said, the motor, if we are using the heavy set iron, we are using the material of iron. We using it fix the motor means the motor will be weight. So the drone cannot lift the motor. It will heavy load. So we need for using the fiber type of motors and less less iron means it will carry to anywhere. The appreciate transmitter and receiver are required. For example, minimum 4 channels. If you are using the 4 captor means we need to transmitter. If we need to receive the data, then we can proceed to another process of what is the operation we are operating the aircraft. And drone control, how we are controlling the drone. What is the electronic yaw, pitch and rolling we are using for the controls. And we can see the application. What are the application we are using? Recently using for drone is construction, inspection, agriculture, security and filming, cinematographics and entertainments and hacking and spying. We are using this also. Application of firefighting also now recently also using. That material is different for fireproof. If any places any industries get fire means we are using the drone to inspect how many people are alive, how many are injured, how the fire is spreading. We can monitoring the live monitoring from the drone. And security and surveillance. And if we need to we can fix the camera to the drone. It's surveilling and securing we have an uncovered area and some unmonitored areas we can surveil for inspection. And some government projects means big large area they are doing the work. We can't go directly everywhere to inspect how their work is done, how large their work did. We need to inspect. We can use the drone. And science and researches. Some mountains gave. There are so many doctor professionals. They are researching some undiscovered places. We can't talk directly. They are using the drone. What is the situation is that we can go directly, or some need time. We need backup. We can check everything in the mountain area also. Aerial photography and video. That entertaining and wedding, we are using the drone. And surveying, mapping and unmanned cargo system and agriculture and mining. Mining means the gold mine and diamonds mine. They are digging the inside the mine, digging inside the cave, they need to just surveillance what that drone we fixed the thermosensor means we can analyze the and that stone inside what is the particles inside the stone we can using for drones and construction also. If you are using heavy load to now recent days we are building the buildings for 20 or 25, so we can't lift the payloads into through the 25 26 the floor. We can directly deliver that and materials and search and rescue. For recent days lower types of drone means we can carry so many human peoples also. Some people are adventurous means that they are going trekking, they are fall down the largest cave. In that time we need to recover them means we are using for large size of drones. Aircraft inspection, I said other departments I explained. Aircraft inspection means I from the aeronautical department, that's why I give news like. And aircraft inspection, the delivery of parts. The aircraft means large part. Okay, with their upward everyone is doing the manufacturing means we need to give the pass through the tool to them means we are using for drone the pass through the tools and visual inspection aircraft. Every part is fixed. What is the parts that we need to fix? We need to inspect means we are using the multi-rotor drone and air transportation. If you are using any transportation, they are using the some particular heavy load means they are using the drone. Now recent days we are using what is one TGI Inspire 1 Pro quadcopter means 4 propellers in the aircraft recently used and AL UAV drone and Falcon drone and cover camera we need to recording a video means that drone in that particular place need to stable for hours means we need to using for the multi-rotor drone for purpose of covering the security footages. What is the scope of our drone in recent means the function of drone are becoming more advanced within time. Recently our technology is improving, so we are so many things we are using for drone advanced. Coming 2035 means there are AI. It doesn't need to control the remote control. We can use for the data transmitter. It will own intelligence. They analyze the data and it will what purpose. We can only mission means it will record sensor, security, surveillance, recording and sensor and temperature sensor and what the purpose we are launching the aircraft defense security everything. That coming advanced drone will be do. You can see now recent generation what are drones I shown for you, and first one is that sea. Okay, long set of sea means there's sea animals we need to surveillance means the large of whales where evacuating where going any problems and we can identify using for the water types of drones. And second one is advanced for drone controlling for some other heavy vehicles. We can control airframes and payload move one place to another place. And recent days gaming also they are using drones. That we can input the virtual reality. We can fix the eyes means we can control using our command to voice command through the drone. And sunrise and sunset, some environment there, some unnatural things. The north way also we have the and different types of waves. We have beautiful blue and green waves in for ice environmental. We need to capture. We can't waiting for 24/7. So we can set the time for placing the drone. Means it will require the full capturing in 360 degree. Also it's capture the unmemorable moment also. And last one spying, the small aircraft, small robo is operating the multi-rotor drone for spying work. We need to spy at another country and spying for our security purposes and military defense and military security we can use for this. And thank you for giving the opportunity and thank you for the all attention. I hope this presentation has helped you understand the basic concept of